Hey class, we are here with the last lesson in module 6, lesson 9. And in this lesson, we're going to use everything we've learned to work on some word problems. We're also going to find missing pieces of tables and graphs and charts, which is actually the first problem. So let's get started. So here you see that we have a total number of apples that were picked. That's right here in the title. And we have 4 people. What we don't have is information for how many apples Roxanne picked. So we know how much total, including Roxanne's piece, there are, but we need to figure out specifically how many she had. So the way we do that is we say 16 plus 12 plus 20, and we figure out what we do know out of the total. And then we're going to find the difference. So 0 plus 6 plus 2 is 8, 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. So we know that this person, and that person together have 48 apples. Including Roxanne, they have 72. So 72 minus 48 will give us the difference, give us that missing piece. Here's an opportunity to practice that standard algorithm for subtraction. 2 minus 8 is not something we're going to do here. So instead, we are going to come over to the 70, make that 6 tens there, and move 6 tens over into the ones place. Add it to my 2, so I get 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. 60 minus 40 is 20. So Roxanne picked 24 apples, and all of part A was done over there. Now it says complete the picture graph below using data in the table. So I have, I'm just going to put one circle equals, I don't know, let's say, we'll do 2 apples. That'll work. So we have Stuart, Roxanne, Trisha, and Philip. And so Stuart had 16 apples, which means I need 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably should have made a different scale here. Roxanne had 24, which means she needs 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Trisha had 12, which means we need 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Philip had 20, which means he needs 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we have created a picture graph. So each circle equals 2 apples. We're going to use that chart to answer the following questions. How many more apples did Stuart and Roxanne pick than Philip and Trisha? So Stuart and Roxanne picked 16 plus 24. That's Stuart plus Roxanne. Philip and Trisha picked 12 and 20. 12 and 20 for P and T. So the first thing is to figure out how much each group did by themselves. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So I put the 0 in the ones place and the 1 in the tens place. 10, 20 plus 20 more is 40. And they had 32. So now we need to find the difference. When it says how many more, that means find the difference. 40 minus 32 equals 8 apples. And I'm not going to do the standard algorithm for that because I want you to just be able to look at this and see that I need to add 8 more to 32 to get up to 40. Trisha and Stuart combine their apples to make apple pies. Each pie takes 7 apples. How many pies can they make? So let's see, Trisha and Stuart, those are the ones that did 40 apples. They have 40 apples. Each pie takes 7 apples. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. I did that incorrectly. Trisha has 20. Nope, 12, sorry. 12 and Stuart has 16. So 12 plus 16 equals 28. That makes way more sense than what I thought we were going to have to do. So I have 28 apples into 7 pies. So that's 28 divided by 7 equals A. I'm going to think of this as a turnaround back. So what times 7 equals 28? And I know that A must equal 4 because 4 times 7 equals 28. All right. The next one says, this is where we've been having some challenges lately, is with this sort of problem. Miss P's science class measured the lengths of blades of grass from their school field to the nearest quarter inch. Nearest quarter inch is important. The lengths are shown below. So we have that, and then we have our next page, which says, make a line plot for the grass data. Explain your choice of scale. So I'm going to say, we always, on the side of these, we're going to say, what's the lowest, what's the highest, and what's the scale. Scale is 1/4. We already know that. The high, so we're going to go through and we're going to say, what's the highest number I have? It's 3. Okay, now it's 3 1/4. Now it's 3 3/4. 3 3/4 still. I'm going to keep my finger right on that one until I find a higher one. All right, the highest I found was 3 3/4. Now I have to go to the lowest. Okay, 2 1/4 is the lowest. 2 is now the lowest. Okay, 2 is the lowest. So I'm going to start at 2, and I'm going to end at 3 3/4. And I know that I'm going to count up by, or I'm going to make marks at each quarter or each 1/4, because they told me that in the problem. They say it right here, to the nearest quarter inch. So we go 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/2. 2 1/2 is the same as 2 2/4, 2 3/4, 3, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, or 3 2/4, either one, and then 3 3/4. Now I have to try to manage to get both of these pieces of paper on here at the same time. We're going to go through this, and we are going to, every time we have a measurement on here, we're going to make an X on here. So let's do we'll do it like this, one row at a time. 2 1/4. So we're going to put an X there. 2 3/4. Put an X there. 3 1/4. 3. 2 1/2. 2 3/4. 2 3/4 again. 3 3/4. 2. 2 3/4. 3 3/4. 3 1/4. And we're just going to keep going through this process until we've done them all. Oops, I made a mistake on that one. All right, and then we are now, you couldn't see it the entire time, but now we are done with our line plot. How many blades of grass were measured? And explain how you know. Well, how you know is each X equals 1 measurement. So every X accounts for 1 blade of grass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? You know what's even easier? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6 equals 24 blades. Because I can just use, I know that all of these represent everything that was measured, and it's an array, 4 times 6, so I just do the multiplication there. What length was measured the most frequently on the line plot? How many blades of grass was it? Or how many blades of grass were that length? It's this one, it's the tallest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 3/4, because it had 6 blades of grass. And lastly, how many more blades of grass measured 2 3/4, which was 6, minus both 3 3/4, which was 3, and 2 inches, which was 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4, so 6 minus 4 equals 2. 2 blades of grass. So there, you need to be able to really read the problem closely and understand what they're asking you. They're not asking you about comparing, like actually subtracting 2 3/4 and 3 3/4. They're saying, how many blades of grass were this long? There were 6. How many blades of grass were this long? 3. How many blades of grass were that long? 1. Pay close attention to what you're actually being asked in these problems. All right, and I believe that is it for our lesson today. You guys have done a good job with this unit, and we will have a chance to review tomorrow, and then we will continue on with our end of module assessment next week.